Hi everybody, welcome to the Devil's Advocate. My name's Stephanie, I'm the bar manager. Thank you very much for purchasing the Johnnie Walker Flight. Today we're going to be joined by Ali Reynolds, Johnnie Walker Ambassador, as he talks us through each of the 4 drams and the differences between each, while I show you some recommended serves that you can make at home. Enjoy!
Hi, my name is Ali Reynolds, Johnnie Walker Ambassador, and I'm here today to introduce to you the wonderful Johnnie Walker Black 12-year-old. It's a fantastic whiskey that's very versatile. You can enjoy it neat, on the rocks, in your favorite cocktail, or of course in a wonderful highball. Now, on the nose, the Johnnie Walker Black offers fresh cut apple from distilleries such as Cardew in Speyside, some tropical fruit, and some wonderful notes of fig and vanilla, this wonderful kind of toffee sweetness. On the palate, we get all those again, the fresh fruit, the tropical fruit, the deep kind of baked fruits of like baked pear and fresh cut fig. And then, of course, Johnnie Walker's signature sign-off, which is that wonderful brimstone smoke coming from the distilleries that sit on the west coast of Scotland, the likes of Lagavulin and Caol. There are 30 different whiskies that make up this blend, and all perfectly balanced together to create a very unique whiskey and the #1 selling Scotch whiskey in the world. Cheers.
For the Johnnie Walker Black Label Perfect Serve, we're going to go with a twist on a classic, a Scrapino, which is a classic Italian cocktail consisting of vodka, sorbet and a mixer. Instead, we're going to use 25 ml of the Johnnie Walker Black Label. Those lovely malty caramel notes are going to come through perfectly on this cocktail. Next, we're going to add a scoop of raspberry sorbet. You can use any of your favourite sorbets, but this one works perfectly with the Johnnie Black Label. And then lastly, we're going to top it up with some regular Coke. This is a very indulgent cocktail to be enjoyed after dinner. Slange.
The next whiskey I have the pleasure of introducing is the Johnnie Walker Gold Label. It's an incredible whiskey which really highlights our Highland whiskey distilleries, in particular Clynelish. For me, this whiskey has this amazing viscosity. It's a whiskey that is filled with wonderful honey notes, cream, coconut, and then some more kind of tropical fruits, the likes of passion fruit, pineapple, and a wonderful element of peach to it as well. It's almost like a pre-bottled old-fashioned cocktail. On the palate, that oiliness from Clynelish really kind of coats the palate. That waxiness kind of covers your tongue, and you get this wonderful note of peaches and cream, coconut, and white chocolate. There's a little bit of smoke there on the finish, but for me, this is perfect for any of those straight-up whiskey cocktails you want to make. It's fantastic neat, or on ice, or maybe just with a nice piece of chocolate on the side. A whiskey really to take your time over, and a really delectable blend. Cheers.
So as Ali mentioned, there's some lovely tropical notes coming through in the Johnnie Walker Gold Label. So we're going to make an apple, honey and cider highball to go along with that. So we start with 25 ml of the Gold Label. Next we're going to add 20 ml of apple juice. You can use any apple juice from the supermarket, or freshly squeezed is always better. So 20 ml of that. Then we have 10 ml of honey, preferably runny honey, but again, whatever you have in your cupboard. We're going to add some fresh cubes of ice. And then top it up with any cider, preferably a dry apple cider, but whatever is your favourite tipple is amazing to top this up with. Then we just have a gentle stir. There we are. Slange.
The next whiskey I have the pleasure of introducing is the Johnnie Walker Green Label. It is aged at 15 years old, and it is a unique whiskey in the Johnnie Walker range as it contains no grain whiskey. It is a blended malt consisting of 4 single malt distilleries, which are Linkwood, Cragganmore, Caol and Talisker. The Linkwood and Cragganmore provide this wonderful malty cereal note. The Talisker provides the fresh cut chili pepper, a maritime sea salt flavour, and the Kalila backs all this up with a wonderful smokiness. On the palate, again, the Linkwood and the Cragganmore provide fresh fruit and cereal. The Talisker starts to shine through towards the end with the sea salt and the fresh crushed black pepper. And then finally, this wonderful Kalila West Coast whiskey offers all this amazing smoke, which really entices you to go back for another sip. Cheers. So this next whiskey is Johnnie Walker Blue Label. It's an incredible blend of rare whiskies from all over Scotland. The grain whiskey that goes into here is providing this wonderful backbone to which we add some exceptionally rare Scotch whiskies. The initial smell provides this wonderful caramel, shortbread, fresh cut grass. It's almost like walking through an apple orchard. The whiskey really comes in 3 waves of flavour. The second wave provides fresh cherry, biscuity notes, almost like a champagne. And then at the end you get that wonderful smoke, but it comes through quite subtly. A whiskey I would recommend having ice cold water next to and bouncing in between the two. As you cool down the palate and warm it up with the whiskey, it opens this amazing array of flavours from the rare whiskies from all over Scotland. We say only 1 in 10,000 casks makes it into the blend, and it truly is balance at its finest. So on the nose, biscuit, apple, fresh cut grass, and cherry. On the palate, we're kind of opened up to the world of cigar box, deep wood, chocolate and coffee, a little bit of leather in there as well, and again, that signature sign-off of smoke for the Johnnie Walker range. Cheers.
Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed learning about the fantastic diversity of the 4 Johnnie Walkers and enjoyed learning about the perfect serves that you can make at home. If you have any further questions or would like to see what else we're doing here at the Devil's Advocate, feel free to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Devil's Advocate Edinburgh. Slange.